Alright, let's do this. Huh. It doesn't seem like anyone's here. Except for me. What are you two doing here? Sorry, but there aren't any newsworthy events going on around here right now. No, I'm here as a defense attorney. Oh yeah, you do that sometimes, don't you? We heard that the detective headquarters were here. Oh, they're all out right now. Yeah. We'll come back later then. We have other places to check too. Be back soon. Yeah, since kind of useless, let's go to the courthouse. Good day. Please pardon us. Oh, I've been expecting you. Have you read the letter? Yes, the whole thing. We want to ask you about why some other party is acting as the prosecution though. That actually has to do with the case, so I'll explain everything at once. Oh, I see. Well, you could have just told us instead. Whatever. Because, you know, making us have to click twice to get this info. You could have just done it right off the bat, whatever. First, I will brief you on the details. The victim in this case is, in fact, Miss Patchouli Knowledge. What? So that's why the detectives and prosecutor are different. Exactly. The Scarlet Devil Mansion declined on the grounds of being unable to remain impartial. Though I was reluctant to do so, I had no choice but to accept their refusal. So what about Miss Scarlet and Miss Izayoi? They say they would investigate independently. But so long as there is no immediate emergency, all spell cards are sealed, yes? Of course, the disputes must be settled with words. However, I heard from Miss Izayoi that Miss Scarlet was suitably infuriated. I see. So we need to figure out this out to stop her from throwing a temper tantrum. You understand well. Come on, it was an obvious conclusion. I doubt she could barely think straight right now. This could turn ugly, but we'll be asking for your help again. Well, let's go paint the courthouse red. Sorry, but I cannot do that. An Emma only sees things in black and white. You are very good at taking jokes. Only when it comes to my job. Well, it certainly looks like you're always on the clock. Detailed explanations. You mentioned that the victim was Miss Knowledge. But what happened to her? What's her condition? She is currently unconscious at the Scarlet Devil Mansion. She was examined by Miss Yagokoro, but it does not appear to be caused by illness or poisoning. Rather, her very consciousness seems to have been stolen through mystical or supernatural forces. Medicine had no effect on her whatsoever. That seems plausible. If she had just slipped and fallen, it might have been entirely self-inflicted. But a medical examination would surely reveal if there was some external factor. Exactly. Upon the doctor's prognosis, we have decided to treat this as a bona fide case. The SDM was contacted of the result, and the detectives arrested and are interrogating Mr. Tori Komeiji. I see. Has the SDM given any kind of response? Nothing at the moment. That seems strange. I expected them to at least demand the prosecution hand over the suspect. So did I, but yet they haven't said a word. But of course, the Celestials have no intention of doing so. Naturally. In any case, Mr. Tori Komeiji is suspected of robbing Miss Patchouli Knowledge of her consciousness. The weapon or anything resembling it has yet to be discovered. Tenshi is waiting for the results of the diagnosis, so if you would be so kind as to take it to the prosecution's headquarters. I've also made arrangements with them to provide you with the results of the investigation thus far. For now, let's take this file with a summary of our conversation. Understood. Patchouli, the victim, is in a state of unconsciousness, yet not in mortal peril. Alright, about detectives. So the detectives are the Celestial with Miss Tenshi as the prosecutor. That's right, Miss Tenshi actually approached me when the trial system was brought back into effect. She had already contacted you by the time the warm-up-ish trial started? Precisely, she wanted the Celestial to handle the investigation instead of the SDM. So why did you stick with the SDM? Because they are more accustomed to the job and I trusted them to do it properly. I see. While thinking about what Miss Tenshi did before, I guess the choice was obvious. I try not to be biased though. Anyway, they are presently taking over the role. They seem to be a suitable choice given their resources. They made you an offer you couldn't refuse. And do not forget that they are headquartered at the Hakure Shrine. In fact, the detention cell is there too. Yes, I believe that was mentioned in your letter. We seem to be asking a lot from the Shrine Maiden. Actually, Miss Tenshi arranged for that herself, something about using a celestial treasure for this cell. Wow, must be convenient. In any case, you should see for yourself. Yes, I think so too. I need to speak with the defendant, after all. Actually, you may find that difficult. Why? If she wants to speak to us, then I won't be able to defend her. That is certainly true, but, well, I recommend you meet her in person. There may be a chance she'll open up to you. It seems like this will be trickier than usual, but let's just see what happens. Alright, I don't think I'll need this anymore. Alright. Alright, let's go back to the shrine then. Oh, it looks busy as a beehive over there. Yes, there are quite a few Celestials. Now we just need to find Miss Tenshi. There she is. Hey, Miss Tenshi. You know, could you not yell like that? We're trying to work here. Yeah, that's why I yelled. So, I'm the defense attorney, remember? I'm here for the information regarding the investigation. Oh, that's right, we're supposed to provide information too. Ugh, what a pain. I don't think that's the proper attitude. Yeah, I know. Here, take this file. It's the latest summary of the case details along with the condition of the victim and whatnot. Okay, thank you. And this is all truthful and accurate. Nothing has been falsified to give you an advantage. We don't have the full results of our investigation, but this is what we currently discovered. I see. May I sign off on that then? Alright. Patchouli, the victim, is in a state, yet not under examination by Aaron Yagakuro, document signed by Tenshi. Yep. Do you have any observations about the case? Pretty much everything is written in the file. Just humor me. Well, to summarize, I believe that the defendant, Miss Satori Komeiji, stole the consciousness of the victim, Miss Patchouli knowledge. As for how the defendant was able to do so, she gained the ability to manipulate consciousness through closing her third eye. I even have a signed affidavit saying that her power can be used in such a way. And her motive? I believe it's connected to a grudge from a previous incident. With her third eye largely closed, though, we're only able to communicate with her on the rare occasion she is conscious. Ah, so that's it. What's it? Oh, it's nothing. We just heard from Miss Shinki that it might be hard to talk with the defendant. I understand what she meant now. Oh, the judge told you already. Well, I think you should be able to get to the defendant if you're lucky. Oh, this could be a real pain in the neck. Come to think of it, the detention cell is also here, isn't it? I didn't think there were any rooms secure enough, though. Locks and steel bars would seem out of place at a shrine. There are all sorts of celestial treasures. We're using the one called the Sanga Shashaku Hokuzu. Fuck that, man. That's way too hard to say. Oh, what is the— fuck that! I'm not saying that again! It looks like an ordinary scroll of a nature scene painting, but with a special chance anything can be sealed inside of it. Ah, that sounds awfully convenient. The Celestial Guard can recite this chant and let the defendant out of the scroll so you can talk to her. Oh, I see. I'll do that later then. Alright, that's about it. Let's move to the detention cell then. This looks really similar to whose place again? Nidori's place. Very similar. I don't see the guard around here. Oh, Aya, look over there. Where? The tapestry in the alcove. Ah, that must be the singer whatever Miss Tenshi told us about earlier. It's— fuck that Momoji, just go with the singer, I like that better. Whatever, names don't matter as long as you know what it does. But don't you always say that everything has a proper name? You sure have a mind for trivial details. Oh, now I feel depressed for some reason. You need to be more flexible and take matters on a case-by-case basis. That's only a convenient excuse. I'm gonna have to agree with Momoji here. Snappy comeback. I've been trained. Anyway, the Celestial's here. Excuse me, may we meet with Miss Satori? Acknowledge. By the laws of heaven, I command the binds to be undone. Okay, let's see. Miss Satori. She didn't seem like this before. She was incredibly despondent. She could probably capture Miss Hakure and turn her into a ghost hunting pet? What's that supposed to mean? It's a long story, I'll explain it later. Okay. Miss Satori, can you hear me? Miss Satori! Ah, her eyes lit up. Oh, it's a Tengu. What are you doing here? Miss Yugi and Miss Suika asked us to come. I'm going to defend you in court. Allow me to reintroduce myself. I am your friendly neighborhood attorney, Aya. And this is my assistant, Momoji. It's nice to meet you again. Oh, yes, likewise. It seems I'm not yet accustomed to having my third eye closed, so I'll occasionally lapse into unconsciousness. Please forgive me if my responses seem slow. I'm still listening. I haven't completely closed my third eye, so my mind won't subconsciously wander. It must be hard for you. Oh, not at all. I'm sure you heard how it's necessary for me to remain here. Miss Satori? Miss Satori! Oh, my consciousness waned for a bit. But if I didn't close my third eye, I would have been unable to... steal Patchouli's consciousness, and I must keep it closed. You don't say. Were you truly the one who stole Miss Knowledge's consciousness, Miss Satori? Here we go again. It seems like it. Yes, that's correct. I've signed an affidavit stating that as a result of the previous incident, I held a personal grudge against her. That was my motive for committing the crime. This conversation is starting to get kind of exhausting. I'm sorry. I think I'll become used to it after a few years. I'm not sure how she handled it, though. Aya, I'm starting to get confused. My brain's turned to mush too. That's why I wish to decline your services. What? I stole Patchouli's consciousness, fully intending to do so. It doesn't matter how severely I'll be punished. But that means the trial won't make any time at all. That's what I want. I can't believe it. Well, what about Miss Yugi and Miss Suika? They believe you're innocent, so they came to me to defend you. Yes, I know I'm doing them wrong by turning you down. Could you please forgive them my apologies? I can feel my subconsciousness taking over, so I must return to... You get the idea, to the fucking painting or whatever. We'll be back. So what should we do now, Aya? It seems we're at an impasse. We're so close, but I don't know where to go from here. And we won't be able to defend her if she refuses our help. You're right. Let's try to get in touch with Miss Yugi and Miss Suika for now. Oops, nope. Moved back to, we already talked to Hina, so let's go back to our, I'm assuming our place, our home. Huh? What's the matter? I think there's someone inside. Well, it's not like the door has a lock. Let's go in and see who it is.